Live from our studios in Mile 7, we welcome you to another edition of Talking Sports on GRTS Radio. We're broadcasting on the frequencies of 98.6 and 106.7. My name is Yusuf Joop, and it's always good to have you, all of you, those who listen to us on radio and those on Facebook, and of course, those also who, like I always say, eagerly wait this program on tele. We welcome all of you to this edition of Talking Sports, and of course this morning we will be talking about BAKAU. Of course they are gearing up for a gala and awards night, which is slated for February, but then we have members from the BAKAU Sports Committee. They will be here to talk about that, and of course we will also hear from the Minister of Youth and Sports, who is on tour. Of course, when we say the Minister, is both youth and sports, but here we're focusing on youths. The Minister visits some mini stadiums in Julafar, of course, in Farafenye and Basse. He spoke to the residents, and of course we will hear from him, and also we will hear from the chairman of Kerwan Area Council, who accompanied the Minister to the visit in Farafenye, and of course we will hear from other members of different sports committees across different communities that the Minister visits in rural Gambia. So yeah, that is it for today. Of course, we hope time will be able to permit us to do all of that. But like I said, we will start with BAKAU. Maybe we will do it both English and of course in the local languages too. So kalamet lal kal tendu kal jey rek kal hakilo bre wala kal bismillah ko rek na programme min kana jang tenawol ning arabol kabatalan dan kala talantan ning kiling bidu nga BAKAU ngol sudale jang iba parendiro ke kam pour awards night aning gala mi makela February karo ko iba lunga fala mol yenne, of course nga lundang flasodo jang Famara Job and of course Musa Sane. But again, but first let me allow them to say hello, and then of course we can start. So we start with the second vice president, Roland Famara, right? So
I am Pierre Felix Mendy, the Assistant Secretary General of
okay.
Sports
I'm
Committee.
sorry.
Yeah.
For Famara, all right.
Yeah, I'm stepping in for Famara.
For Famara, fine.
Yeah.
It's still good. Musa.
I am Musa Sane, BAKAU Sports Committee. Thank you for having us on this very important platform today.
Yeah, so I mean, first I want to ask this question because iko BAKAU, BAKAU lang Brazil of Gambia. But sa Molko, Yautale, I mean that title is no more with BAKAU. So I want to understand, is still BAKAU lang Brazil, because saying, I mean, competition kawara even the family zone Birkam I'm told for now saying we are also up there. But is BAKAU still the Brazil?
Of course, yes.
BAKAU is still the Brazil of Gambia. Yeah. Because if you look at BAKAU, the number of talents that we normally produce.
We are also producing talent. Everyone is producing talent.
And if you look at it, Steve Biko is one of the biggest clubs in the Gambia and is residing in BAKAU. And if you look at in recent years, the number of players that they normally sell abroad, I can say that they are, on top. That's why I say BAKAU is the Brazil of Gambian football. And I think Musa will agree with me.
No.
Talent gang, talent hands down. The Brazil of Gambian football is BAKAU. We lead and people, others follow, always. BAKAU gang, we would invite you to come and see. But namirete fongo even Birkama. Inata BAKAU le karanda wala nefu.
I know brother boy Jana BAKAU is the Brazil. Of course we will agree, but then we are also trying and we are also producing talent. They are producing talent. So we will Brazil. But anyways, we all agree that BAKAU has been a footballing community, Kabiring Chuk for sign. It continues to produce like talent and all that. So before we come to the event itself, I know that is why we are here, but then Januwa Kala Kura Kala, which is the Nawetan, of course. So I want us to talk about the Nawetan. Like I know everything is wrapped up. Champions, we are crowd knockout, and Lunibok, we are knockout or league champions, knockout champions, and
Lunibok, we are league champions, and Kansala, we are
Kansala, we are the knockout champions, right? So, in summary, the 2025 knockout, sorry, BAKAU nawetan. How was it? I mean, overall.
Overall, it was successful, and you know, many people normally say that BAKAU is a violent community, but thank God for the past 2 years we have been producing one of the best nawetans with violent-free nawetan, no issues, no incident. Even the community, we are also proud of what happened during this past nawetan. And looking at the success, you will see that when this new executive came, there were a lot of changes, especially when it comes to the prize money, the recognition, when it comes to media coverages and sponsorship. I can say that BAKAU is on top now. When you see last year we came and increased the prize monies from 40,000 up to 100,000 for league winners, and the knockout winners won $75,000. And this year also it was increased from $100,000 to $125,000 for the league winners, and the knockout winners went home with $80,000.
Yeah. So I mean, nawetan, you all know, like you talked about. I mean, here I would not want to call it crimes, but of course sometimes it normally happens. You know, stones will be thrown here and there. But like you said, since you guys came in, you've not encountered, you know, any of that in major cases. Like what are some of the things that you worked on to make sure that, of course, BAKAU is the BAKAU, you are able to play nawetan and without no major incidents, for example?
I can say the sensitization was key, and then, you know, the capacity building that we normally broadcast. Last year we came with a capacity building training that we introduced for the board of administrators and the coaches, which I think this year will be the first of its kind in BAKAU. That, you know, we want to introduce the D-licensing, CAF D-licensing coaching course coming next year. Without a D-licensing, you will not sit in the technical team. Yes, when it comes to BAKAU football, because we want to capitalize our coaches, our administrators, because we want to.
But it's nawetan.
Yeah, it's nawetan, but it's all about grassroots football. Because most of these players, when you groom them from this grassroots football, they become top talent in near future. Because let me allow my guy to come in talk more about. Because we are also in the competition department, and then we work together, making sure that the nawetan goes smoothly and, you know, successful.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to read, you know, Musa, come on, I'm info. Niko nawetan, we all understand. It will be about a community level. We all organize nawetan. Maybe we have teams, or we are in the community, or we support. Sometimes,
definitely.
We don't want to call it crime, but sometimes we all know it. Sometimes it gets ugly. But like in English, you know, the last 2 years, if people were able to do it, you know, I'm not sure I've heard of any, because because social media and all that. So, but to be honest, but I'm not sure I've heard it any in BAKAU, like I never know stop, or it even, you know, jeopardize nawetan in any way. We know how you guys came in. This is be a, you know, second year on the show, like executives. What are some of the things that you work on to make sure that, you know, BAKAU plays nawetan, Ahabang, you know, many win that will win the rest. Like at the end of the day, Kajako is just BAKAU nawetan element.
Definitely. Kaya Fanyaming, BAKAU Kabrindol Nata. We did a lot of sensitization nimol kachata baken. You know, stakeholders will ni kachata channels of communication will na yalele kacha siata and maltima, because nim platform min nata wolam go to unite everybody through sports. Kamobe kafundi sports to yala. Sandum BAKAU sport ni esembo so de omo football. Wo mobe walon. So wakamala na kachal soto nimol di amada bari. Nimbe kang chola nyato ngaya katu to nyalo molo mi alango ay vision soto back ala foresight better kabra nada man si doron dunda sa te kona na mol ni ngela la challenges all la team soul anim mol ke ni ngela la challenges all la ke ni ngela la family la mine atin ne be kana BAKAU la football or support mine atin na mantara, you know, participate can cool con,
of course, they
can understand. So very now will be long ndata na strategy deda mfindita mol kan na will be deda Berim findira nata ninul kuole sone andi roken tolle na navetano to bakele because berin nata ndamal keta kilindi na nyomoy football la karola mashallah anim fana mi yo gel kuol gena lafa you know emba na rules and regulation or top standard wobe mu chola nyato ngal the rules and regulation or na min na fe wala loi bokoti min kan na football o samba na wona fe na landi koto na di stakeholder la wala multi team tiol wala ko nyin kasaba ke wala ya jibe ya kisi ya lon ko he e ka nyimin dinate nyul la bije so wol dal to nyato nya wala na football o samba nyato bakele you know wala tin na mang nyo saba soto je nyo saba soto tabara man
yo ni no mo sura wan dia ama so
no wala soto bali ala bar budum ñu no be ke da fenne de min ya lon ko yende ma bak you know wala tin na ñing sanjol be mol mam bakaw moy ka bakaw moy min la drom bakaw la ku kendol bakaw la football kendo bakaw dingol men fintita ika wala ma andung ning ala sonta kata fo janni nyaato atul be baje ning dina bakaw ning ala sonta
so that is important and the other thing is like you've talked about it, you know, prize money nde ngaji janel folo because janel na class kinde wira asa ngoko bar 125,000. So bring that young gonna book having the team of from Bakaau because
welcome. You can do that and do that.
I told my friend guy Mora guy Bakaau because I know the origins are trying 75, you know, Brikama 100D, but 125,000 maybe tell them you should form a team and go to Bakaau there because boy, to be honest, we all don't all us. I mean, team all coming spend this, you know, it also don't know like in price money.
Definitely.
That is not even possible. But at least near couple of win, you should take home something me along at least, you know. So but I mean 125,000. That is too much. I mean, at first I was like, where are they getting the money from? I know you have sponsors, but again, like you said, the shift from let's say 40, 50,000 to 100, 225 in just 2 years. That is really massive.
Yeah, of course, it is really massive. Looking at it, coming from 40,000 going up to 100,000 and increasing it to 125 this year. It's all about the sponsorship and the good connection that our able president had with other stakeholders and other companies, corporate companies. Like we have a 5-year plan, and by next, like I said, this year is going to be 150,000 is going to increase every year, 175 going up to 200,000, and by 2029 our prize money is going to reach at 250,000, which is going to be at the maximum. Because after 2029, I think that's the year that we're going for another elective
Congress.
Yes.
150,000.
250,000.
No, but I mean this year. That is 2029. This year, this year that we are going 2026 now season.
Yes, it's going to be 150,000 for league winners.
150,000.
Yes.
Okay. Qualifiers means sure.
Qualifiers you are welcome.
Because 150,000 is not small money there.
Yeah, it's not small money, but looking at it, there are other teams which you know that, you know, they spend more than that. But I don't think Navetan teams normally spend more than 100,000.
No, but even if you spend 150,000, no, honestly, I don't know. Maybe yes, from the group stages, you know, round for the final, you might spend something like that. But even you big, at least final lungo, you go with silver, with gold medals, 150,000 lawakang. Moro, Mamara Munyantaka. Well, anyways, we say football is expensive, I understand, but at least for me, at Navatan, 150,000, Neo the last prize money, that is for me, Mamara Munyantaka, that should be enough. That is me there. I'm not saying other people should, that is me. Honestly, that is me as you know, someone who has been into sports and all that. But to be honest, I always say these things. It has you know, prize money than in the deal. The committee also has, you know, expenses that they do. Yeah, so, but but if they give you 150,000, at least maybe you can also look for sponsorship, sell t-shirts, you know, if I say kudos, I don't know. I think teams will find that mathematically, it should not be all committee in the whole bag. You know, I think teams should also do that. So we also seen some I mean, developments.
Yes.
You know, you've seen Alnata. I think that was the first year you came in Bamrak. You pavilion.
Build the pavilion through
Yes.
the first edition of the awards and gala dinner.
Yes.
Because it was specifically designed to raise funds for that pavilion.
Pavilion.
That is the Unity Pavilion, and which it was challenge. It was a challenge for BAKAU people coming to the park watching football, standing the whole 90 minutes or 80 minutes.
Yeah. That is
It
difficult,
was very
yeah.
challenging. So when the new executive came, so with the good leadership of Usman Chodrame, he came with a plan, and the first target was building the Unity Pavilion, and we had the first edition of the Awards and Gala Dinner, which was hosted last year around February 15, at Ocean Bay. So this year also we are going for the second edition, and after the second edition we are going to build another second pavilion.
Yeah, so that is also good. Standing watching football for 90 minutes. Honestly, at least go. Never done zone so nga for in always. Go all the biggest patrons are the people me they pay $10 or $30 year in year out every year. So at least you cannot, maybe you might not do it for all of them at once. But at least at least that can cater for a few hundred people.
Yes.
Maybe first come first at least because you cannot cater for everybody, but at least you do that year in year. So at least but I think that is good. And like he said, maybe there are plans, but kumar bagala, pour que fans all pretunize.
No, wamu to nyalti. Comme aya fa nyaming ala deliberation okono. Comme ndafana min fo enom birimba kacha kumas la wala indi ko ndunta sate mol kande ke nyininka konsano la ke nyininka la kuola. So wo fana da keta kuol kono la mi yalan ko ya fo mole ko nyanda ka sidula ko address na auditorium soto as in na sidula soto wala pavilion ni soto. So wo kono wo kachal kono birin ni to leo kachal ke. So wala keta na force na wetan season as a new esco. So mbije nsita na meeting jamale somanda meeting ol wularol hani suto dol kasino ni moli etambindi nyaton kaya amandia
right
andung na president no meda no kamba kala janni mbasatol na sanji lulu kel praina plasota because of na lon na la foresight ba nyaming bari masato no fo biringa pareta. So min kera nata bulano ka fana don ko sate doku walam because ate mo banko doku la momo yalo yalno ko banko doku la.
That is true. Yeah.
So anata fa ko bawa bebo banko doku wala kono so mbado na ning challenge do fana ta bar bilana abang sino apoke fanyon din fa sutatile abaka up until nin somanda birenda binaja aba siringa nyala la kabren kunun suto trying to make so ko BAKAU ya fengo soto BAKAU yake nyabo la ntelti football la fannato so ikaje ko birin ni kachata wala so nada kachanda mal na jeko nina ning initiative na fe wala na ning awards night and gala wala kata na first maiden edition with me yalonko with the president na kele in the span of lokun saba na be plan na program na ke in lokun sabale so wo proceed so na Minnesota je nada new first auditorium lo wala min kera wo development wala kata the first ever pavilion di BAKAU ya Minnesota because proceed so na fengo sort the first edition na plow back to the park for infrastructure development wala mnyindiko na fans will follow jibe because they are the key ko ifanga ya fanyami
of course
they are the key wala ka dai ka dala so joye ka $10 so jo pour ka jibe so wala ko inyanda wala follow topoto wala so wala tinna ntata wala follow no kam bari manda wol fana damala na football fana jibe to bring the motivation is all that minna ngoy ko alla price money mba kodo min dila la nal pareda mba bondi la le janina sambale dala si wuli kene wala kata year before last na dandi na sambe dala si wuli kene so nying sisi no min tambi dam boda nyi min kono den just concluded one ni kata ko den gen ko mba kala le wuli kene ni mwane lulu so wala en si jang so na nying awodo nying nin tata ke mba nyindo min ko to next month ning alasonta ni wo fanana tamba murundi la jere so ni na spectator kontani de ni mol sita ala la man sabaya kan ni na ta football o jibe nka nyim price o min fo ko ni wuli keme wuli tallulo mba jola node katum ba jikirin na mol la ko ban support la
Asi pare kal timol so daga kabunan dal karo fana de
because welcome
Asi pare ka timol balan dal mi ang wol min di 50,000 75,000 mo bala na woro rana pour 50,000 pour 150,000 oni. So now the ko fa mi wolong hours in Gala Night. This will be the second edition. Serung Komalia from the first one happened, and I want to believe it was successful. Wala na ñinang dagal because nun na serung tawon ta ko ñinang mamral ba mira. So it's two things. Hours and Gala. Of course. So let's talk about that now. Hours and Gala Night. First of all, I know it's going to be February 13, sorry, I'm stuff for that. 15, yeah. 13. February 13, next month. Yeah. So you are the head of logistics and everything. So because almost January or whatever. So February is almost. So how far are we? In terms of preparation and
Come very high GS right now. Bita kandin sembo lale because everybody naning ad hoc committee sotole. All of them are working at their own given time anila jurisdiction all badaming. Let's say they are also double as the co-chair for the marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
for the marketing.
subcommittee.
Yeah.
Okay.
In one of the ad hoc committees, wala na yung subcommittee dedale. Ne londi pour yung awards committee ni. Pour yung award on So right now in South high GL we are going really fine. Our GS are on high because we are marketing. And then this year alias one and this year na fenkol ni ninane so ne ata nung serundi. Katu serum mang fen soto nung puru mbaming market la molia ngulita la drong. We had it really tough but nang alhamdulillah rabbil alamin last year we have a lot of things ni yalon ko we refer people back to that because yalon nining hadama dingol ba do ko wala sa ko dum mol min yalon ko ye kodo dila ya mi ya fo e min kam inata ya je ko yake wala kam ni murun de kan ko den ka so ne yalo. So as head of logistics and also part of the marketing team, we are on high gear preparation of in Bake. Na hotel o Bijele, we are still going back to the same hotel, Osonde Hotel. Na marketing team, we are selling Namira, Mbabirika Mangkul, Fongo Kumandila Lale, na Tabu, Fanasa Awards and Gala Dina Killing organized. Na box bar.
Of course.
But right now, alhamdulillah, we are on high GS preparation of Fenkere. Come February 13, you'll be surprised. Ning Alasonda as logistics in Talabanyum Foke. Come February 13 in Gambia Bay. Alnana February 13, you'll be surprised. Because we have very, very big, lucrative packages. Our deal.
We will talk to some of the packages, but I mean, these hours, like sometimes, it generates funds for the committee, but I think it's also good because it motivates. Normally what we will do is previously you play Naweta and at the end of the day, at the day of the final, you come just award best player, best coach, maybe leading goal scorer, and then we disperse. You give the winners their trophy, and and the winners their trophy, maybe and their cash prize. The runners up, maybe silver medals and their cash prize. But when we have a kind of an award where at the end of the day everybody will come, and then we know we cannot celebrate everybody. There will be deserving ones, honestly, because when you talk about now and you have more than 20 teams, and each of these teams present, let's say 25, 30 players. So you cannot award all of those people, but at least there will be people too who will, maybe you have a committee that is responsible for selecting, best players, nominees, as we speak now, because what we have now is nominees. So I think this is also good. It motivates, but it also sells the community, because like you said, when you talk about now, everybody will be like, on the 13, BAKAU is doing this. People will come and it sells BAKAU. So I think it's good, and I hope other communities will also look at it and maybe learn from BAKAU. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What you said is right. And right now, I am the acting secretary of the subcommittee of the awards, because we are the ones there to nominate different categories for the people who will be there. Because we are not only giving awards to outstanding performers of the Nawetan, but also recognizing other the dignitaries and other people whom you know that they have, you know, they have paved the way for BAKAU football in the past, like recognizing the past and schools,
executives,
ex-players and other stuff. And this year, the awards, they are massive, because first of its kind, BAKAU is partnering with a hotel, and that, you know, there are certain packages which you know that, you know, certain winners will have a package from the hotel. I think there is no zone that has ever had this kind of opportunity. BAKAU has this opportunity partnering with Ocean Bay, like, and the awards, we have the best player award, we have the best 11, most disciplined team, best fans club, and then we are also awarding other sporting disciplines. Yes.
So yeah, the best 11 last year, I think, I was watching it, but I was watching it. So and I you know, I saw in Atale, but before that, like it is done outside. You know, they will call, we have it on screen, and then they will come on stage. The whole 11 they will stand. So, like I said, ni mo na no play no settle the BAKAU. So yaje go yoke jele 11 nata. They were paraded in front of BAKAU B and the wall. Yeah, never know you will also be motivated. Like I said, you will be motivated because you will also want to be deep in the 11. Definitely. You know, because for me that is good. That is going to sell you. But again, how do we okay, now I know the committee will do the nomination.
Yes.
But the selection only, all on for Islam. Who does the final thing? Is it through voting, or you have a committee that is going to decide after, you know, from the nominees, they will then, you know, select in each category who is the winner?
Yeah, like I said, we have a subcommittee that is responsible for selecting nominees, and then these nominees, they are not only being selected based on, you know, I know you or whom, based on statistics and merits, because we have a very good competition department where, you know, that, you know, we are taking statistics of each player, and, you know, outstanding performance will be selected in these categories, and come on the day of the awards, the best will be selected based on his statistics that he performed during this past Nawetan.
Yeah. So the committee is going to be determined by the committee.
Yes, because we are taking goal scored, assists, and, you know, and man of the match performances, because we normally give man of the match certificates after every match. And all those statistics are kept aside, and then when you come on that day, you will see the statistics on the board on that day too. Also.
Oh, okay, all right. So for example, if they say Yusufa is the best player, so the statistics will be displayed.
Yes.
You know, to justify why he is the best player.
He is the best player. Yes.
So it's not going to be, oh, okay. Well, I think that is fair. Nico Carlam best player, so you show statistics. I think that is fair. So, but the other thing for now, because you are talking about partnerships, young, that is a problem. You know, don't be able to complain that there is no sponsor Bukana, partner Bukana, and that is sometimes it hinders the sports development.
Definitely.
You want to do certain things, you know. $10 only, $30 bundato. Sometimes it's not enough to do some of the projects that you want to do, and so like you have partners also, me and one where you are going to do the event, but other partners also. Are you knocking on other doors to make sure that you have people who also come partner to be able to make sure that maybe funds, you know, the benchmark that you are targeting, so you'll be able to do more projects?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have partners, and we are working on getting more and more partners. For example, like he said, we already have a venue partner, that is Ocean Bay Hotel. We also have a restaurant partner. We do have a restaurant partner.
Okay.
We also have a sports partner. You know, someone who is going to give a sponsorship package of sporting equipments to the winners. We also have a travel partner, air travel partner, yes, a travel partner. We have, what is the other one? Yeah, we do have a couple of partners. We have a lot, so I cannot remember all of it right now, but I can tell you, we have a lot of partners in a lot of areas, and you'll be surprised. Come event day, all of this will be out because we have a travel partner.
Travel partner, maybe in the Belafila. But again, one thing that, how is the support? You know, people elected you guys to serve. Sometimes I say this thing, we elect people, we leave them there. They did not do this, they did not do that. They feel offense, but I always say, how it can contribute here? You that elected these people, what are you contributing? So how is the, because like we said, one thing we cannot take away from BAKAU in terms of administrators, football, whether it is coaches and all of the Ibijela in abundant. You know, how is those people helping the committee, you know, to make sure that, you know, you advance not only football but again sports in BAKAU?
When we came during our first year, one of the key things that we achieved that year is integrating subcommittees. That is going to help us in making our job easy. We have different subcommittees. You have the competition department, you have media department, and other subcommittees. So these subcommittees, they really help the committee in doing their job, especially when we knock on their doors to come and help us. You know, they normally come. So we cannot do it alone. And you know, with the help of the community, thank God that, you know, we are progressing.
So it's like Alfasa also from the community,
from the stakeholders.
So from the community.
Definitely, na Fasar also told. Fasar na also told. Kadu momo BAKAU lo yana kontrol mu Fasar la. So Fasaro bijele. So kaya pa jani. Nanying subcommittee sotole mini alam ko is within a stakeholder. Na wale ta dolba organizing committee to walam event organizing, dolba disciplinary, dolba fengodo, because the sports committee consists of only a number of people. Nasiada Fasiada is 12 to 15 people. Walter Ninsate be sport be kelano. So Fasarola Carola na Fasaro because na in subcommittee so dolbi jele yalam komo be ala nyame. Kafo kono mo be bukakeno 100% for those just lack of. But alhamdulillah ndol to ni ndo bodamin wo bi jele Fasaro no na Fasaro so.
So of course we will come back to the awards. You know, maybe they will tell us some of the, at least not maybe because I will have like a surprise there, but at least, you know, a tip of what individual winners and from goal they will go home with, you know. So we will do that. But we will just want to listen to the minister, because already I've told to different communities across the country, some villages, some communities like the Farafenye mini stadium and Basse mini stadium, where I catch sort of with different stakeholders with regards to those facilities. So we will listen to Minister Biratara Farafenye. This is what he shared with the people of Farafenye with regards to their mini stadium, and when we come back, the program continues.
But B near included in itinerary camp Purkana is because nim kiwaro le nata miya lonko maybe Farafenye kolbela fla Purkamwe sports committee mol fanam be quarantine pour kawme wolem do ko ti miya lonko lafta pour ka wala kijak anum be ngalon recently nka minko fo ati wati wolem ko sports tano la nyato ning infrastructure ma betia ando ngalon ko Gambia ni boda ko berin banjul kata fo koyna infrastructure mo kuleti miya lonko amansia bake sports la karol alati nanga talen jama sotole. But sometimes buka jamfano, sometimes the problem also because he can play damn man better. And wo fana include Farafenye because Pavino bija never near pigeon in GB and facility mi bija mambete abake jang fango change fango abe tanyameng it's not the right thing. So walati na mansakunda nata ka tawata ko kabo serun na kata fo nyinang ani next 2 years na sport policy la emphasis mu minti wala sports infrastructure ko doka sotole ibindo mansi abake para jamaka dum mintole na national team ol ni bitala ni be fitti kampanta ikata participation la football o basketball volleyball ani wolbe bara ngaje ko se wo talanole no wo ko do ta na dundi na infrastructure to pour kaje ko ayna manke dulal bet bare sate bal ye fenso do miya lanko abe fisela domandi so walati na serum mo ninka television o jibe wala ibe facebook ya jele do ko min keta mboyo film ya lanko wala be bakote anu nata ko be wala be kala na sampuloti pour kata ka dula do jibe na fendo ki je so nyina parata ka berin serum ko farafenye be fendin kala janne pula bantam fanan be do ko do kala jele pula bantanta am so very soon be start la wala farafenye ta fanan maybe janning nying kota be banna maybe around February March ma fangola laftela pour kanaka do ko start cha. So Ministry of Works mi alanko do ko la karola be wolle bulu e ba designo le kekan in fact designo ni fango pare le bare mam budgeto fango pare bare designo wolle ka pare wolle ka soto ay pare ni mo pareta de ni sina ye bio QK mi alanko wolle ba folo ko alafta minna abe nyine mala nangamoti ko do la karola mi alanko al sulata la pour ka woni do ko so be wolle batto ko ni wo pareta den sa fono wato la ko ñin se wala keno ñina maybe dol min tuda je be obla la ko ñaat bari tolla miralo mu minta be ma fa ko be wala kala sainte pour ay senia bari na miralo mumi wala ka jambe dada nga cenjurum kutollo nga artificial tof kije perimeter fence fananye soto nga pavillon dara kutake anu fana nga pavilion do la do to come the opposite side of the pavilion mimbije and fana lastly lafta ka athletics track fana kije so that Gambia fana se athletics track secondary sort of because nga lone mimbe stadium do woti nyaata le bari ala yake president ngo naata ka molma koy ka ko do soto pour ka stadium wala track so ni dara anu walati na nyinang the national championship iba murul na stadium ne parce que nga miro soto ko janning april cérémonie be pare la wala mi independent cérémonie so binala ka jafanan tuke bare at least nga lonne ko aketa nyaawnya perimeter fence the artificial turf will be sort of inshallah nyina so the rest of it ning ko do sodota c'est pavilion lo aning track so ning ko do man sodo fanan be wobula le fo nyaato do manding bare nyim fulol mi yalan ko wala kum mayata football la karola wolu inshallah nyinang abekela.
Well, Minister of Youth and Sports BAKAU Baji speaking at the Farafenni Mini Stadium. Well, he was accompanied by the chairman of Kerwan Area Council. Farafenni is under Kerwan Area Council. Papa Tungara is the chairman of the Kerwan Area Council. He also spoke to the media at the Farafenni Mini Stadium.
Honorable Minister, ñu ngi lay gërëm bu baax di la war rek ne suñu ndaw yi kontaan neen bu dara amagul sax kontaan neen parce que yàgg nañu jokkoo si affaire stadium bi bu ko dafa yitteel ndaw yi trop pour gis ne stadium bi dinañ ko standardise si ñu ko defee mooy defal ko tof ak defal ko alis perimeter fence ko kon suma brother bi waxee loolu all the time ndaw yi loolu rek mooy seen jooy bu ko defee bëgg a def ay lamba yàlla def na am neen lambay kaay léegi football moo des waaye all the time seen wax bi rek loolu la last final bu fi xewoon foog naa maa doon jël kickoff bi waaye yuut si ñu ngi yuuxu hey Papa Tunga we need changes here ibes hurricane fo maluta fang yow stade yëpp di yuuxu di wax loolu xam nga loolu dëgg-dëgg lu doy waar la ma ne beneen kickoff de ba leen ko fee def foog fi am tof bala maa ñëwaat soo def ne li seen constant la te dëgg-dëgg bu ngeen ñu liggéey si loolu so affaire yi stade xaw ma ndax affaire yi lu ma noo lifi no naka non atoni mu nga tarasanda pavilion yi waaw because bëgg naa def ne ñu collaborate in our capacity as chairman of the council ñu seet ndax bi ko demoon naa Dakar gis naa ay pavilion ñoo defar dafa mel ni ay senga waaye dafa garanti trop so fekkee ne loolu tam dina bokk si projet ñoo xam bu bokk tam ñu mën a collaborer mën a gis ne ñun tam at least dinañ def ay quota pour gis ne gars yi dinañ mën a am loolu so daanaka loolu la ñu ngi laa gërëm baax di leen sant jërë ngeen jëf.
Papa Tungara, the chairman of Kerwan Area Council. Of course, the talk also continued to Basse. We understand there's also, there's another stadium. We like to call them mini stadiums, but in Basse, the minister, visited there too, and he also spoke to the media there.
And I played football here myself one time when we visited as a student many years ago, and we still see the same thing is around. So whatever you people are asking for is something that you should ask for. The good thing is we've been discussing this with your governor and with your area council chairman over the last 1 year in a way to find how we can be able to collaborate to work on the pitch or on this mini stadium in general. And we are at an advanced stage. I know the chairman has plans to do something this year, but the ministry has also pledged that we can work with the area council to be able to work out something that will be good for all of us. What it will be, I cannot tell, but I know that we are working on putting up something here that will improve the standards here in collaboration with the area council, and they are ready to do that. And I'm told they have already factored something in their budget, but that's something for the chairman himself to say. But the most important point is what the chairman said, and that has been my complaint. The last time I came here in 2023, I said the same thing. It just doesn't add up that a facility was built and handed over to the sports committee of URR and the region, and from the time 20 years ago until today, you cannot single out any simple structure or any simple development that the committee did here. At least from what we know, when it was handed over, it was like this. The pavilion is as it is. The field is as dry, well, now better, but it's not better because they worked on it, because people are playing on it. That's why the ground got better. You look at the basketball court, volleyball court over there, it's the same. That hall you see behind us was dilapidated seriously until when we got funding from IMVF, Annabelle, to be able to upgrade it to the standard that it is. So you ask the people of the region, every region you go to, if you go to West Coast, if you go to KM, the sports committee gather money from tickets, from gate tickets, and they use it to plow back to improve on the field. But if you cannot do anything and you still want to depend on government after government have given you, then it becomes an issue. So we need to be able to make that clear and change our mindset and ensure that whatever is giving is for people to maintain. Nobody can tell me, because we come here to see football. When there is a football match here, the whole stadium is filled up with people. How much money is that generating? It's a lot. So who is using that money if you cannot even show even a single block that you have improved? So that's something we need to look at. But we must commend the new leadership under the chairman, Mr. Muyabalde, and the regional sports committee, as well as our youth officers or sport officers who are here and ensuring that things change. And they now start to keep money, open an account, put money there, and he just told you how much they're able to generate in 1 year. Maybe that should have been something that could have been done in the past. 20 years is not a short period, it's a long time. But either way, we would be working together with the area council and we see what we can do. But before we get there, to all of you, the young people, you ask yourself, look at this, how dirty the stadium is. Look at all these bags. You go to the back, it's terrible. So that's something that we also need to take responsibility for. The same thing is what I saw when we were entering at the entrance. It doesn't tell well. We all have to take responsibility and clean up our places. If you cannot come with bottles of water and you use plastics to drink, then get a small bag. When you're done, you package it, put it there, and then you put it somewhere else. That is better than throwing everything anywhere, because even if somebody has to come and do work, you will have to spend money to clean up the place first before you can do work. Not so? So we hear you. That's why we are here, to interact, to hear your challenges and see how best we can resolve them. But before we get to that level, we want you people to do your best. And it is not your fault, because you people are young, you're playing your football, but hold your leaders accountable so that they do what is expected. All right? And be reaching out, engage them. If you see something, you don't have to wait for the minister or a director or a permanent secretary to come here. If there's anything that doubts you about the football field or the mini stadium, reach out to them, engage them, suggest something. Even if it's going to be voluntary work, like next Saturday, somebody can say, okay, next Sunday, we want to gather all the teams that play here, and we do a general cleanup.
Yeah, general clean-up. Got all the teams and make sure they clean that place very, very, very well. That is Honorable Minister Bakari Baji. So, let's hear from the chairman of URR Sports Committee. He's Alaji Muya Balde. He was also there when the minister visited rather. He also spoke to the media.
So it is us, we have to change our attitude towards many things. Because you come here, you see this, everything has been stolen. It's the young people that are stealing here, not the adults. So we have to change our attitude. Whatever happens, even if they develop here for us, if we don't change our attitude, it will be terrible. Because the next thing is going to be just like if you come here, you say, oh, this was justified recently, nothing. And we have to make sure, whatever we have to make sure we generate funds. That's the most important. I said it everywhere. When we were building the youth center, I was the chairperson of the regional youth committee. We tried and we got that youth center. When I got the youth center, after it, I stepped down. But now the youth center is benefiting. They are employing about 6 to 8 young people at the youth center. Why? Because of the money that they are generating from there. If we are generating money here, we will employ people. But if there is no money, how can we employ people? So anyway, the most important thing is all of us to change our attitude. If you see somebody spoiling something here, report him. Know that it is spoiling it for you. But if you all keep quiet, it is not owned by me or it is owned by government. You are a government, at least. So this is the appeal I want to make an appeal for everybody. Let's all of us be policemen. Whatever we see anywhere that somebody is spoiling, please report the individual. So he is spoiling our future. So those are very important. We will all pledge, the people of URR, everybody want to see here is change to grass because we know the potential that we have. But also, whatever we have, we need maintenance, and we need to take great care of it. If not, it's going to be an history. So once again, the Honorable Minister is here. This is the cry of the young people of URR. So we are solely behind you to help us and support us to see how can we upgrade this place. Because if we upgrade it, it will be a very big chance. We have 18 rooms here. If these rooms are also upgraded, it will be a very big source of income for the entire region, and for even so some of our staff, when they come here, they can be accommodated around here. So this is the issue. Thank you very much.
Well, finally, the tour takes the minister to Kiang also, where there's another mini stadium in Julafar, Kiang Julafar. He visited that mini stadium too, and also he after the inspection he spoke to the media there too. So let's listen to that, and when we come back, the program continues.
Yeah. Honorable, today you are here at Julafar, to visit this project which is being funded by your ministry, government through your ministry. Tell us your observation by far.
Well, we're impressed so far. It's actually, it was handed over in 2023, so it's like a project that was done a long time ago, and they've been able to manage it for more than 2 years now. So they did talk about some few challenges they have, and that's why we decided to include it in the tour, just to come and see some of the issues they raised, the molehill that is developing on the ground, and also the fact that there was a fire incident here from a bushfire that burned down the chain link fence. And sometimes the referees don't want to call matches because of the safety risk associated with it. So these are some of the challenges, and we wanted to come and have a visual idea of exactly what they're talking about. But generally, Kiang West and Manduar specifically have been doing well in terms of maintaining their facility over time as compared to other areas. From the change room, it looks very neat. And they're also using part of the proceeds from here to reinvest in the place with creation of a few things, buying the mower, and then buying some other player changing cards and things for the referee, which is encouraged. And it looks good, just that these few things we need to try to fix.
You think there might be another things in the pipeline as far as this particular field is concerned from your ministry in terms of assistance?
Yeah. So what I just told them today is 2 things on our part. We would discuss with the Ministry of Works guys to come and look at the perimeter fence and do a new assessment and a BOQ of what we need to do to bring it to standard from the destruction that happened earlier. So we will do that. The second part is the footpath, because again, during the rainy season, there's normally inundation of water. There needs to be a footpath from the main gate, from the main entry gate to here. You know, but of course, they requested from the change room to the pitch. But I think the best thing would be to just do from the main gate to the change room and then to here. So those are two things that we would definitely take up this year, and we'll try to do that. But we also ask them to ensure they clean up, because if you had a bushfire, you're supposed to learn from it. But then if you look at what we're saying, the grass has grown and is very close to the chain link fence again. So if there is another bushfire, it's going to destroy the rest of the chain link fence. So that's something that they, as a committee, should be able to do to keep up. But as a ministry, yes, we would definitely support them to fix the damages that happen, and primarily because they have demonstrated responsibility in taking care of the place.
All right, thank you.
BAKAU Baji, speaking at different communities across the country, where he is taking a tour of, inspecting facilities and other, engagements, because he's used in sports. He visited other areas that is strictly for youths and other things. So, but then we hope that, all of these facilities some point will be developed to, at least a standard that can help us develop our sports in the country. So, guys, finally, it's on the 13th. I'm not saying you Ali price will for community meeting $10,000, but on the day of the co-found finally what we will wrap up, because time of an is almost 4 or 5 minutes. You are the head of everything. Could be better. Everything. So now you just speak to the people, BAKAU, and of course generally to the sports family. BAKAU Awards and GALA night on the 13th.
Yeah, BAKAU Awards and GALA night on the 13th at the Ocean Bay Hotel. Abakela, a very exciting event. Okay. Yes, and Kona for Nyaming in the beginning, we have very lucrative packages for all the awardees. Most of them, and come Abanyaming, we don't just award the footballers, we also have a non-competitive awards category. Okay. All of prominent sporting administrators, the past ones, and so will be award knowledge. So it's really going to be an exciting evening because Kona for Nyami. The packages all Minnesota J. Let's say I just give you a gist.
Just one. Just one.
So
just one.
With our venue partner, Ocean Bay Hotel, they are giving the best coach and the best player a 2-night stay in the hotel, full board. Full board with your partner. Hey. So this edition is super special. Yeah. Because last year the first edition na cool minike Woldol Najala, but we want to make it more lucrative for more and also market run to generate funds. We also want to do motivation and unite people through sports, because if you look at our teams, this is why our first ever pavilion, Natola, the Unity Pavilion.
Of course,
because football should unite people, sports should unite people. You know? So Kona for Nyaming, and also that same best coach and best player with our travel partner, they will also have a flight ticket, return flight ticket to Dakar for a weekend. So you guys go, these are some of the stuffs many we have in store. Puruka and lucrative. We have other things, but then I'm sure if we come back here we can set more light to it. But Mobe employer, you know, Puriananang to come and witness on the 13th, because Tonya, we invite everybody. You know, because we are not only, we are celebrating excellence.
So quickly,
and all
tickets,
yes, there are tickets. So we have 3 categories of these tickets. So we have diamond. That is for, the parastatals. That is parastatals, political parties and others. So we also have gold, 50,000, diamond at 75,000. That is for parastatals and government institutions and the likes. So we also have gold at 50,000. That is for corporate bodies, and business owners. We also have this thing, silver for 25,000.
Yeah.
That is for 5 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In term, we call it a family table.
Yeah.
So these are the ticket prices, and we also have individual ticket prices at $5,000. So come in your numbers on the 13th. Is going to be a really exciting day to celebrate excellence in BAKAU and Gambia at large.
Yeah. Finally, what would you want to say to the people of BAKAU, and of course, everybody who is listening to this? I want to come to the gala on the 13th.
Yeah, I just want them to come on that day to witness, like he said, a very good program and, you know, celebrating excellence in sports. And then I know hopefully next year you come and play in BAKAU. So that you win the best player. like he said.
Me and my colleague, if I want, you will form a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will form a team.
Like he said about the venue partner and the travel agency, you know. Those packages, I think that, you know, it's really motivating. Yeah, it's really motivating. So we are urging everyone to come on board, to come on that day, to come and support BAKAU. Because, you know, you are not just doing it for BAKAU. Because if you look at us, we go and BAKAU will stay.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, don't look that, you know, this ESCO are just here, you know, trying to play mind games or other stuff. But we are here to develop. And development requires, you know, support. So we are encouraging everyone to come and support us on that day.
Of course, everybody should go and support BAKAU, because at the end of the day, like they said, any money that you pump in is just going back to the people of BAKAU, the pavilions, and hopefully, you know, more development will be done at the BAKAU ministry. If that is placed, it's not only developed for BAKAU. First division is played there, second division. You know, people who are playing in those leagues might not necessarily be from BAKAU. So when anybody that you send in there is going to develop schools. So hopefully, maybe when the event just closed, we will just for you to update us about finally how close we are with the events and everything. But guys, thank you so much for coming, and hopefully maybe Jartes we will buy 50. 75 is expensive, but maybe we will try 50,000.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so yeah, of course we will do. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. We'll be back here on Monday for another edition. Until then, it's goodbye from us.